It sounds like something out of The Sopranos, but this was no TV show. Today, a decades-long scheme unfolded in real life.
Tonight, investigators say they've cracked one of the biggest schemes in the garbage business.
One of the biggest organized crime stings in years.
Oh, by the way, dude, I finally watched that that documentary on the Trashers. Trashers. The hockey team, the sanitation guy
Dude, 15 minutes from my house. 15 minutes from my house.
He was the real life guy, like Joe Pesci from Casino, where what I loved about his character was all the crazy shit he was doing. He was a fucking great father.
I'm a firm believer in the sins of thy father, and I did not want my son to be judged by their father's actions. And I pled guilty to certain charges, and I received 87 months.
And what I got out of that thing was I loved the relationship that him and his son had. Was amazing. And then the charisma of his dad, that even the commissioner of the team, of the thing, and eventually he couldn't resist the guy's charisma.
The Jimmy I know is a very loving and caring man. I have the utmost respect for Jimmy Galante as a man and as a person.
Like, I just thought, and then all the players fucking loved him.
Oh, dude,
like,
crying.
There was something like beyond.
It was like family.
Yeah, and then they also, who were they ripping off? They were ripping off the crooks that run our government. So there was just kind of like, all right, well.
Yeah, it was like the bad guys to root for.
Listen, I feel like if the government every once in a while, well, hey, Paul, you had a good fucking year, and they just dropped 10 grand cash at your fucking doorstep, I think you'd be a little more patriotic.
Absolutely.
No, I was loving watching. I love when the kid, who's the 17-year-old GM, when he goes, I just became like this stats geek, and like they started showing all these codes and stuff.
I just became a very big stat geek and started finding like patterns, like where guys were from, where they would go, the types of teams they were, really look at the numbers.
And my wife was going, oh, is that shade? Are they making fun of him? And I'm going, no, like this, watch this. It's a compliment, because he started noticing like patterns.
Yeah, and I respected that afterwards. He's like, I'm not doing anything for my, under my dad right now. Like, I'm trying to do this boxing thing, or I have a gym. Like, he kind of wanted to like do his own thing. I kind of thought like you watch the guy get like more mature through it.
No, it was. And I thought he had that, it's kind of that Dave Portnoy. Like, Dave Portnoy understands how to run the circus. You know what I mean? He understands his audience, and he knows, those tough man competitions and everything that fucking guy does. Like, he exposes me to shit like that I didn't even know I was interested in.
ESPN 8, The Ocho, bringing you the finest in seldom seen sports from around the globe since 1999. If it's almost a sport, we've got it here.
It was just like, I'm fucking watching this. This is great. Or the fact that he goes to like the smaller markets and shines a light on that. I think all of that stuff's great. And I think that kid, with his just his skills, like his business skills and all that type of stuff, I think he's going to do real well in life.
Yeah,
I fucking loved it, dude. I thought I was going to watch and it was just going to be like, hey, this guy who's shady did this thing.
Oh, I loved it too.
And it was like, these guys were actually really good at it.
Every night they were breaking attendance records. And then the buzz and notoriety AJ created for the league was like ridiculous. The radio, the TV stations, and the newspapers.
And I love at the end when he was crying, one of the guys was crying, he goes, he didn't rat. He never ratted.
My favorite guy was the Telly Savalas looking guy.
Yeah.
What was it? I forget the guy's name, or Jimmy, whatever. He goes, you don't tell Jimmy to shut the fuck up. Nobody tells Jimmy to shut the fuck up.
Told Jimmy go fuck himself. Jimmy punched this guy right in his fucking face. You don't tell Jimmy to go fuck himself.
And then he takes like these two big draws on the cigar. We're talking about this like everybody watched it. You should definitely check it out. And another thing too that they crushed, the logo.
I was gonna
But
say, how great was that?
the shit.
Hold it, the garbage can holding the stick.
It was the shit. Like I literally went in just in the way that they put it together. Like when they first met his kid, I go, he was a punk. He looked like a punk with his double earrings and stuff. And they set it up like you weren't gonna love the kid by the end.
What a face.
AJ's the GM. He's down there trash talking. You can't really say too much to him, or you're gonna fucking have to answer for that.
Josh, come on. Can I get a smile?
Oh, yeah. He's real scared of you.
And in the end, I was just like, I respect him. This fucking kid's like really good at running a team.
Yeah, it was great. How great was that his dad just bought him a team and says, Dad's just like, yeah, it's your team. Do what you want. It's like epic.
How nuts is it that his dad didn't know shit about hockey, wasn't really into the game, and they just go, fuck it, we're doing this. And they ended up being great at it.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, AJ built a pretty damn good team. The team was good.
We were winning 70% of the games. So what he did, he was phenomenal at.
Yeah, that was probably that one. I watched the Ann one. That one was I didn't like that one because I was rooting for them to beat.
The Manti. I got to tell you, the three that I watched all were home runs. The Trashers one was great. The Manti Te'o thing was great, and the Tim Donaghy thing. They were all fucking really good watches, man. They really were.
Manti Te'o was hard to watch because,
dude, that was tough, dude.
Because he was so sheltered with good people around him that he never anticipated that anybody would do something like that.
I created this fictional character, Lene. I totally felt fear. I didn't have courage to just be like, this is who I am.
Like, yeah, he was that's a great, like, perfect way to say it. His bewilderment of how evil is out there. He's like trying to help somebody, dude. It was fucked up. And then he's like, I'm on stage holding the Heisman Trophy, knowing now that I got fucking duped, and they're asking me about it. He's like, I didn't know, I couldn't lie in that moment. It was just, the whole thing was fucked up, man. Really fucked up.
Then you got to listen to a bunch of dirtbags. Be like, dude, how could you not know? Like all that Monday morning quarterback shit.
At one point, Galante and others went after a competing truck driver, kidnapped him at gunpoint, bound and gagged him, and set the truck on fire. Message was very clear. If you want to operate in Connecticut, you're going to do it by Galante's rules.